And, of course, the big news, Nene is out with an injury.
Yeah, and as bad as it turned out to be, it tells you a little bit about his toughness, that when they took him to the locker room after he got hurt, he wanted to come back out and get back on the court.
Well, yeah, you think about it, this is good news. Good news, especially to everyone who saw that terrible injury occur. It could have been so much worse.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Ingram is out there with the captain. Then it's Silk. And there's D'Angelo Russell. And it's the Prophet in at the center. Now here's Harden. In the game against Boston, very impressive. Takes the three. And as we reach this point of the season, teams pretty much know what to expect when they go up against each other.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That's why when it comes down now, it comes down to ad-libbing. Who can counterpunch? Who can employ their will on the other team? You really got to just, appreciate the fact that these teams are so good, and you just got to make sure you play your best every night.
Yeah. Out of bounds, Houston takes possession. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Mike D'Antoni. David, what do you have to say?
Well, Kevin, he didn't outright say he was satisfied with his defense, but he did say that offense was important tonight. He told me numbers 1, 2, and 3 on our list are getting good movement, good looks, and making some shots. That's our focus. Let's see if they can make that happen tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks for filling us in there, David. Getting their offense sorted out is the priority here, guys.
And that's what typically drives them. So no big surprise there. They'll be expending most of their energy at the offensive end.
Yeah, true, and it'll be interesting to see which sets they run. I mean, over the course of the game, because they have the talent and versatility to go in a number of ways.
Here's Russell. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Reeves the dishes to Harden. Anderson wide open. Misses the 3.
They're sputtering a little on offense to start this game. 1 for 4 so far.
Russell kicks to Ingram. Back to Russell. Stolen by Beverly. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Anderson the screen. And here's Beverly. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. 5 on the clock. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Oh, and the D can't do enough with Beverly down there. I mean, he's just too clever for them with his interior shots. Now, when you take a look at Patrick Beverly, a bit of a late bloomer in that he didn't start his NBA career until he was 24 years old. He played in several leagues in Europe after his college days as a Razorback. He honed his game and won some hardware overseas before deciding to come to the NBA.
Here's Silk, right now averaging about 5 points a game. Pass to the Prophet. Feeds it to Ingram. The three-pointer is right on target. Ingram's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Rockets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Now, here's Capella. D right on him. Back to Harden. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Ingram. The Rockets pull it in. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Deadly from behind the three-point line in that game, and it really gave them the ability, I felt, to stretch that defense out.
And even once the defense extended, the shooters were already in such a rhythm, there was no way to slow them down. Oh, that's just great offensive skill, consistently helping his teammates generate points.
Russell passes to Cobb. Russell a screen on Harden. Kicks it to Ingram. And stolen by Ariza. Here's Harden. Harden missing again.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Ingram passes to Cobb. Stolen by Anderson. And here comes the break. Here's Ariza. Rebounded by Hassel.
That was as easy as it gets. He needs to complete those looks.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Dishes to Russell. Out to the right wing. Screened by Russell. To the middle. Layup off the pick. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
That defense was awful. That was just pathetic. He should not be that wide open right near the bucket.
Here's Beverly after the basket by the Lakers. Here's Anderson, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against the Lakers. And we see the growth of the three-point shooting big man, the stretch four, if you will. Ryan Anderson was at the forefront, it seems, of that movement.
Yeah, especially at his volume of threes. He's never been just a secondary floor spacer. He's a go-to scoring threat with his outside shooting.
When you watch the Rockets play, you can bet your house that they are going to see a lot of free throws. And Chris, not only does this team get to the line a lot, but they also have a tendency to send their opponents there as well.
Well, they do get to the line at an alarming rate. This group has been in the top 3 of free throws attempted by teams for years now. They just know how to create contact. He's upset he missed on a chance to give them the lead, but he evens things up.
Now here's Ingram. Ariza covering. Pass to Cobb. 5 on the clock. Deep 2 from Russell. Misses off the right iron. Houston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. In the corner, it's Ingram. Inside. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
And the passing of Ingram, setting up his teammates and distributing the ball effortless.
Beverly dishes to Ariza. From past the arc. No good on the shot. And it's the Lakers the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
It felt more to me like they weren't focused enough overall. I mean, couldn't make good opportunities from the line.
Here's Beverly. After D'Angelo Russell's bucket, they set the pick. Ariza kicks to Beverly. Off the pick. He lays it in.
And Kevin, when Beverly gets these shots inside, he's just remarkably efficient. He just has tremendous touch on these shots.
Ingram passes to Russell. Ariza with the rebound.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
They made that possession super uncomfortable, and as a result, they got the stop they needed.
Now here's Beverly. There's the feed to Harden. It's Ariza on the wing. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range, and it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. There's a screen. And the pass to the Prophet. Fires for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
Timeout.
And that's now 7 points for the Prophet.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Well, some rookies have been making a name for themselves on the glass this past month. Let's see who we're talking about. Look at the Prophet, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game. And, of course, the captain, 2 slots lower. Another player that can just dominate the glass. Such a strong rebounder.
And they've each come into their own, I think, as rebounders during this stretch. I think they're getting used to the more physical nature of the NBA.
Harden kicks to Anderson. That's tipped. But they'll get another chance. The Rockets again can't hit.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Ingram dishes to Russell. Pass to the Prophet. Here's Silk. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Out to Russell. Out to the right wing. Here's Ingram. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And that's what Beverly does best, a quick passer who distributes the ball incredibly well.
Lakers leading by 6. Russell passes to Ingram. Takes the 13-footer. They get it back. Fires the three. Not happening that time. His second miss in 5 shots. To the left side wing. Beverly against Russell. Anderson. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And now just a 4-point Laker lead. Now Russell. He's coming off a 19-point game against Utah. Stolen by Beverly. Here's Harden on the wing. Rebounded by the Lakers.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Well, it hasn't been his best, just to say the least. He just needs to calm down out there and let the game come to him.
And here is Los Angeles now. And again, no good by the Lakers.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And Beverly kicks to Harden. Basket made, just his second this contest. He's 2 for 7 now.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Screened by Russell. Passes it to Cobb. Baseline jumper. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists in the game. Rockets trail by 4. Now a timeout called by Houston. Houston with a big group substitution here. Sam Decker's checked in for Anderson. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. KJ McDaniels, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Brown in for Patrick Beverly. Brown outside. To the inside. Stolen. The pass to Ohio. Second chance shot. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Lakers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And he knocks down the first one. There's so many guards that can just dazzle you with their ability to handle the ball. And Chris, do you feel right now that you've spotted the best of the best in that regard?
Oh, yeah. I mean, first of all, let's give Jamal Crawford, Chris Paul, guys like that, some credit for their ball handling ability. But in my opinion, it's all about Kyrie Irving and Stephen Curry. I mean, when you look at how these guys, not only their ball handling, but how they have the ability to finish the shot after all of that work is what makes them so special. So those 2 guys for me are something that, just crazy to see.
Well, that was well said. Now here's Brown. 3-pointer. Collins grabs the miss. Lakers leading by 6. Ohio on the pass to Collins. Misses the 3. And for Houston, they're shooting looking a little out of sorts early. 37%. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And here we go with the breakdown tonight of the front court and back court rebounding numbers for Los Angeles.
And it's been the bigs doing most of the work on the glass, and really no surprise there. That's what you pay those guys for, to control that paint and haul in those misses.
And here is Los Angeles now. 6-point lead. Pass to the Prophet. The 9-foot shot. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Even though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
What a fearless take right there. He knew the defender was bigger, but he didn't care. He got it done.
Shot by Collins, no good. 1:44 left here in the first quarter. Decker kicks to Brown. The offensive rebound.
That's how you come down with the man's rebound. He positioned himself perfectly to snatch that board away.
And Capella sends it back. And it's Houston on the break. Oh!
Nice.
And that one is stuffed right through.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Well, of course it did. The D was nowhere to be found, and because of that, he easily spread down the court and got an easy bucket on that.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Collins, good.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Here's McDaniels. He dishes it to Brewer. Pass to Brown. He feeds it to Capella. Just 4 to shoot. Decker kicks to Capella. Three-pointer. Brewer's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Passes it to Ohio. Here's Redding. There's a screen. Here's Collins. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Beautiful execution in terms of creating space for his shot. He just couldn't get that one to fall.
Now, here's Decker. 8 points his last outing. For 3. Los Angeles leading by 8. So for the Lakers right now, D'Angelo Russell out there with Mayo. Then there's the captain. Then it's Collins. And it's the Prophet in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And here are the Rockets now, following the bucket by the Lakers.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
He kicks to Mayo. Here's Hassel. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Lakers lead by 12.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
There's a screen. The dish now to Anderson. Turnaround Jay. That shot off. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. And the pass to the Prophet. And he makes good on the layup. The Prophet's got 4 this quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And when having discussions about the Lakers over the years, one word that has rarely been mentioned is rebuild. The franchise is used to championships, not rebuilding.
And another word that they lack is superstar. You're not accustomed to seeing the Lakers without a true superstar on that roster. And they've also always been a top destination for the A-list free agents.
And a problem that this Rocket team, Chris, has had to deal with the last few seasons is quitting on themselves during games.
I mean, that's something you have to bring to the table as a player yourself. That's something that is very hard to coach out of a team or prevent because it's all on the mentality of the players. Just mental lapses in general have been a big problem for the Rockets over the last couple of seasons. And it's a shame because they have been so deadly when they all have their heads in the game from start to finish.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Russell against Brown. 14 feet away, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
And D'Angelo Russell, he had a tough time adapting to the pro game at first. I mean, you could see the talent from the moment he stepped on the court, but you could also see the turnovers and the lack of sustained hustle. I mean, I think a lot of it had to do, it's the first time in his career where he wasn't always the best player on the floor. And when you deal with that kind of adversity, it takes some time for you to adjust and grow as a player.
And thinking back to Russell's rookie season, maybe too much was expected of a guy coming in at just 19 years of age.
Yeah, and we live in this win-now, instant gratification era. And with the skill set and moxie this kid has, fans are going to expect the world. Just looking at what Russell did in the Rising Stars Challenge last year, though, he may ultimately fulfill all those lofty expectations.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Brown. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far.
And Brewer has such terrific length, which he uses expertly down inside to bury shots.
Russell, a screen on Beverly. Back to Russell. Just 5 to shoot. The 3 ball. Got a piece of it, but he gets it back. That one off the back iron and out. Rockets trail by 15. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Harden's got 6 points.
Oh, Harden really gets going down inside. I mean, he isn't afraid of anyone, not even the big guys roaming nearby.
Beverly against Russell. It's good. Russell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Takes what the defense allows. Has that soft floater in his back pocket.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Houston. And the Lakers also making a change. Ingram's checked in. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Onuaku. And some nice passing there by Houston. Harden with it. Out guarded by Ingram. From 15 feet away. Here's Onuaku. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
They were right up in his grill. Really gave him no breathing room to release that one cleanly.
No one near Mayo as he lets it go. The three-pointer off the mark. Feeds it to Beverly. Rebounded by Hassel. The captain's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Mayo missing again.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we've seen James Harden become one of the most accomplished in the league at drawing fouls and getting to the free throw line. And he makes no apologies for his style. He said free throws are a part of basketball. I'm not necessarily going in there and trying to draw a foul, but if a person can't guard you, he has to foul you. Or I'm going to score every single time. Kevin?
Maybe the toughest cover in the league, DA. Thank you. First free throw is good. Well, it sure feels like more and more the league is demanded now. More players with skill at every position. Guys, Chris, who can dribble and pass and shoot. Do you think you'd have been even more valued if you played in today's game?
You know what? A legend once told me not to kind of look back and compare or to wonder about what could have been. And I don't know. I do like the fact that when I had that skill set, it was appreciated by my coach, teammates, and some fans. But for most people back then, they would say you're trying to do too much, or it doesn't mean anything to have 5 assists a game or to get guys involved. And, you know, for me, I just thought that the more you can do, the better you are at all skill sets, the more you kind of make yourself valuable to your team, the more you should be on the court, and it validates that. So for me, I just took all my favorite players and I stole from them. I wanted to be like them, and I thank the generations that came before me that allowed me to see what the game should look like, and then, you know, add my own little style and flair to it and do my own thing.
Good point. Now here's Harden. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. It's Harden with the drive. Up and in on the layup. Harden's got 8.
And when Harden sees a clear lane to the hoop, just move out the way. He jumps on it. So relentless in how he exploits open space. He just looks off in this one. Can't seem to throw it in the ocean.
Beverly against Russell. Here's Anderson. Anderson can't get that one to fall. Los Angeles leading by 14. And here they come. Back to Beverly. Onuaku the pass to Anderson. Kicks it to Beverly. Shot clock at 6. That one goes in. He has 6.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Pass to Hassel. Dishes it to Russell. And the Lakers with another miss.
Shocking, he bricked that one. That shot usually is money for him.
A 3 from Anderson. It's good from long range. Anderson's got it back down to within single digits for Houston.
Oh, and you just love how Harden moves the rock. When a teammate is wide open, he gets it to him so fast.
Here's Hassel. 14 points from him the last game against Utah.
Kevin, and he was nasty on defense as well with 4 big steals on the night.
Now here's Harden. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. Passes to Onuaku. Harden outside. And there's the feed to Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the pick. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Houston making a switch here. Capella's checked in. Here's Ariza. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
And the three-point shooting skills of Ariza are just lethal. A volume shooter from there, he can flat out light it up.
Ohio on the pass to Hassel. Now here's Ingram. He's covered closely. 5 on the clock. Here's Redding. And the Lakers get it back. Here's Hassel. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line. And the first one drops. And Chris, when you look at the best rebounders around the NBA, it's interesting. Sometimes their teams rebound better with them off the floor. How do you explain that?
Well, you know what, Kevin? I think rebounding is different in all situations. I don't think that there's a litmus test or a statistic to prove anything about rebounding. If you look, I'm impressed with some of the best guards in this game. Westbrook, the Rondos, and others that have been known to lead their teams in rebounding. I think it comes down to one thing and one thing only: heart. I think technique is second. A lot of guys may not have learned how to box out, but the athleticism in the league is such that in order to get a rebound, you're going to have to earn it. And so for me, I think a lot of times as well, if you have great teammates that can box out, a lot of times they get rebounds for guys by not letting it be that much competition inside the paint. So to me, rebounding is a personal thing, whether it's a team, it's team specific, but it doesn't matter how big or tall you are. If you can box out, if you have heart, if you have a motor, if you have a will, you should be able to go get some boards. To me, it's just about how much you want it. To be a starter in this league, to play over 28 minutes, 30 minutes, and not average 10 rebounds, I think you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yep, that one goes. And that's now 10 points for James Harden.
Nice little jumper from Harden. When he's connecting from mid-range, the D is in trouble. And for years, we've heard everyone point out the fact that Harden doesn't play great defense. Sometimes he can even be a liability on the floor. Let's see if he takes pride in his individual and team defense this year.
Now, here's Ariza. 9 points last game. Now, here is Harden. Defense right on him. And he overshot that one, missing.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game. Doing the dirty work. down low.
Well, it appears as though he has lost his touch a little after connecting on 2 in the first quarter.
Riza dishes to Harden. 13 feet away. Again, the miss by Harden.
Oh, my goodness. That's just terrible. That's an awful shot there. He really settled for a low percentage look.
Here's Ingram. Trains the three-pointer. Ingram's got 11 points.
Again, yet another shot to build on his impressive first quarter.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Harden kicks to Ariza. And good that time. Ariza's got 5 points in the quarter.
Wow, he had a rough first quarter, but he didn't let it get him down. He's gotten off to a hot start in this second period.
Here's Redding. Ariza covering. The pass to Ohio. Dolman. And Capella sends it back. Harden outside. There's 1:34 left to play here in the second quarter. To the paint. Here's Capella. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
But when you watch Clint Capella play, you notice how smooth he moves for a center of his size. He gets off the floor easily to contest shots or grab boards. He can cover a lot of space in a short amount of time when acting as the help defender.
And with Capella in his movement, you also like what it does for him in transition.
Well, don't forget, Capella has that deceptive limp too. You don't think he can take off from that far out and get a shot, but all of a sudden, boom, he's dunking right there on your dome or throwing your shot out to the third row for a souvenir for some kid to take home.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Sam Decker's checked in for Ariza. Brewer comes in for James Harden. And it's Brown in for Patrick Beverly. And he sinks the second.
Wow, and the big man Capella has proven to be a reliable role player, a strong physical presence who takes smart shots and contributes well on D.
And here is Los Angeles now. The dish to Collins. The shot will not fall. So Houston will take it the other way. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that day to make shots.
And that happens. You can run the sets you normally do, but the ball just won't fall through the net. On to the next one.
The Rockets have had a disappointing game so far from the line. Only 3 free throws made.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
So it's the Lakers now. It's a 5-point game. There's the screen. Here's Redding. Pass to Hessel. Here's Redding. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Collins, good.
Nope. Not how coach drew it up, but I'm sure they'll take it.
Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Here's McDaniels. That falls. Great assist by Bobby Brown. McDaniels got his second basket of the night.
And that's what happens when you have little to no communication defensively. He has the stroke to burn you from out there. Don't you see that?
So it's the Lakers now. They lead by 4. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Collins. And it's McDaniels with the rebound.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
From deep. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Lakers lead by 4.
Kenny, let's go to you. Your opinion on their game so far.
Well, they're putting bodies on people. If you just look at the rebounding numbers, you can tell that they've been putting their body on and being more physical than the other team. Now, that fact looms large on both sides, and that's going to be the difference in the second half.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Well, if you can't shoot the ball, you might want to stop chucking it up. They keep trying the 3, but it's not going down. They're relying too much on the 3 ball. Way too much. It's good when it's falling for you, but when it's not, you have to try something else.
Here's Silk. Beverly and Harden are the 1 and the 2. Anderson is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Now here's Beverly. 4-point game. And there's the foul. It'll go on the captain. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Ariza passes to Capella. You take a second here to take a look at the shot chart.
And looking at this shot chart, you can't help but feel that this entire team has played passively on offense. There has been little to nothing going on at the rim or in the paint for that matter. And when you don't attack the defense and put pressure on them down low, you are making life far too easy on them.
And that one misses.
And the thing about Laker fans, I mean, they've always been used to their team being the favorite to win most nights. Lately, though, it's more about the excitement that their young players bring to the game and hopefully the bright future ahead.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Lakers leading by 4. Ingram passes to Cobb. And the basket is good. Silk's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Lakers. And thinking about the element of excitement that the Lakers bring, it's about watching their tremendous athletes who also happen to have a lot of skill, too.
It's a different kind of showtime for the Lakers. I mean, it's the joy of watching the young guys grow up and the pain of seeing them make mistakes. One thing we can say about Tinseltown, though, it's never boring.
No.
And you gotta respect the level of concentration Ingram maintains at all times. Doesn't matter if he's wide open or pressured. This guy is a lights-out performer.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Rockets have had an off night from the stripe tonight.
2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Out of sync at the line, it's really been a consistent problem for this team.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And for a while, Chris, it seemed that the Rockets were going to be the team to beat in the West for a few years.
Well, yeah, most of us thought Harden and Howard seemed like a great fit on paper, but something just never clicked. The window for their success seemed to be the most wide open when they made it to the conference finals 2 years back. Now, with Howard out of town, they'll have to rebuild and find a new core to build around.
Here is Harden after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Harden dishes to Capella. 6 to shoot. Lets it fly. Harden, no good.
You can bet if he's left open from there again, he's probably going to knock that one down.
Russell with it. 11 points in the game. And the layup's good off the glass. Russell's got 13.
Now, this is exactly the start they wanted to this half. They've only missed 1 shot in 5 attempts.
And Beverly kicks to Harden. Ariza outside. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. He's got 8.
And you have to love the shot selection of Ariza. So patient in how he waits for the offense to come to him.
Pass to Hassel. Screened by Russell. Here's Silk. Passes it to the Prophet. It's stolen by Capella. Anderson outside. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
He could not have been more wide open. I'm sure he's kicking himself for missing out.
The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Lakers lead by 7.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Harden outside. He gets that one.
I mean, and just think about it, Kevin. With Harden, he can score from just about anywhere, even the locker room. I mean, when he's scoring from a number of spots, the D is in for a long day.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 13. And Capella sends it back. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Beverly the pass to Harden. They set the pick from downtown. Ariza no luck. Lakers leading by 5. The pass to Cobb. And here is Ingram. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Beverly against Russell. Hits the front of the rim and out. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Harden missing again. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Outside, Russell. Down low. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
What's up? Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
For Los Angeles, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. Well, it's no secret, Chris, that Mike D'Antoni is an offensive-minded coach.
Well, everywhere he's gone, offense has not been the problems for his team. He's long been regarded as the mastermind of one of the best offensive teams ever with the Suns. A lot of his assistants from those days are now head coaches in the league or in front offices.
Now, here is Harden. 14 points for him. They get it again. Onuaku. Not going to go that time. Los Angeles leading by 8. Feeds to Mayo. Fires the 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
A shot by Harden. Wide open. Trains the three-pointer. Harden's got 17.
The D did a good job shutting him down in the first, but he got loose and easily dropped that one.
Outside Mayo. Here's Ingram. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Beautiful execution in terms of creating space for his shot. He just couldn't get that one to fall.
Outside Mayo. Here's the Prophet. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, folks, tonight a great rebounding game we're watching in progress. And now, with that in mind, let's take a look at the all-time record for rebounds in a single game. How about Wilt Chamberlain with 55 rebounds back on November 24th, 1960.
And guys, that's one of those records that always seemed to me impossible to break. I mean, in the modern era, nobody's even sniffed that 55 rebound mark. I mean, heck, a lot of teams don't get 55 rebounds in a game, and Wilt's owned it since 1960.
For the Rockets, Deckers checked in for Ariza. Brewer comes in for James Harden. And it's Brown in for Patrick Beverly. Collins checked in for the Lakers. No good on the second free throw. Rockets trail by 6. Now, Decker. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Brown with it. Now Mayo defending. Brown dishes to Anderson. The shot's good.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
He's made 2 of his last 5 attempts so far at the line.
An 85% shooter there, and they've been able to count on him hitting his shots from the line.
Lakers leading by 3. Kicks to Ingram. Outside Mayo. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And he has slipped into a funk. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Yeah, everybody goes through slumps. He can't let it get to him, though. Everyone makes mistakes on the floor. You just have to always be thinking about the next play.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
That one is off. KJ McDaniels, he's checked in for Ryan Anderson. And the Lakers making a change here. And the second free throw, good. The Lakers have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Soft touch off the glass.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
Rockets trail by 4. And Brewer kicks to Brown. The rebound by the Lakers. Collins has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Redding. Lets it go from deep. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. He dishes it to Brown. Down low. It's deflected.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allowing him to collect a good number of block shots.
Now here's Brown. He feeds it to McDaniels. Launches it. A rebound by the Lakers. The Prophet's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Lakers passing it around. Stolen by Decker. In the corner, it's Brewer. Shoots the 3. That one misses. Lakers leading by 4. Pass to Ohio. He kicks to Ingram. That 3 off the mark. And for Houston, they're shooting 39% from the floor. At their best. And Brandon Ingram out of Duke, drawing comparisons to Kevin Durant like KD. He's very rangy, very lanky for a perimeter player.
Yeah, and Ingram around 6'10" in shoes with that 7'3" wingspan. I mean, he's still, light weight-wise, much like KD was when he came in the league. Still, you don't see many small forwards with the standing reach of a center.
And for the Rockets, they're shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Brewer, the pass to McDaniels. Here's the screen. Brown, right side. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Collins. Hits the target from 18 feet. Collins has got 8 points.
He doesn't score a ton from mid-range, but that shot, that was one in rhythm.
Rockets trail by 6. Up top, Brown trying to get back on track, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Dishes to Ingram. Passes it to the Prophet. Ohio, the pass to Ingram. But they get it back.
They are really crashing the offensive glass, and it's paying off for them.
From past the arc, buries it from three-point range. He's got 16.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
McDaniels kicks to Brown. We've got 1:55 left in the third. Hits the jumper in space. Brown's got his second bucket.
Leaving any player wide open from mid-range, a recipe for getting scored on.
Ohio, the pass to the Prophet. To the middle, Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
And at 6'9", Ingram is constantly on the prowl for these dunks. An incredible athlete who just finishes with ease near the hoop.
Now here's Brown. He has 5. And there's the feed to Ingram. Pulls up on the wing. Again, the Lakers.
Oh, he's been basically perfect so far in this quarter, especially on offense.
The dish to McDaniels. Up top, Brown. Top of the key, McDaniels. Brown outside. There's a screen. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Brown's got 7 points here in this quarter.
After going scoreless in the first half, he has found his shot in the second.
Inside, it's taken away by Brewer.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Now they have to get going here if they want to capitalize on that. Go for the quick bucket here.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Collins. Fires from deep. The shot, no good. So Houston will take it the other way. McDaniels kicks to Brewer. Over to the left wing. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles leads cut down to 2 on the bucket for McDaniels. Now the pass to Ingram. With 1 on the clock, no good trying to beat the buzzer. The Rockets trail. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. The captain out there with the prophet. Then it's Collins. Then it's Silk. And it's Russell in at the point. Now here's Harden. To the paint. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. From the high post. Jump shot is good that time. And it's 6 points for Silk. The Rockets shooting 43% from the field. Harden kicks to Brewer. Feeds to Capella. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Oh, man, and the 6'10" frame of Capella. I mean, when he's close inside, he's a huge threat to put the ball in the bucket.
That free throw, no good.
And he's letting a lot of points get away at the free throw line tonight. It's got to be frustrating to have all that hard work not pay off.
No luck that time either.
And not doing anything to erase his reputation as a shaky free throw shooter. This game really only making it worse.
Here's Silk. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Oh, he gets a great jump on it. Barely bounces off his fingertips.
Russell against Harden. Just 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Here's Hassel, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Houston. Rockets trail by 4. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Harden's shot is off. And here is Los Angeles now. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Pass to the prophet. Kicks it to Collins. Stolen by Beverly. Over in the corner, Decker takes a three. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Russell kicks to Collins. There's the pick. Hassel, the pass to Russell. Good on the three-point shot. And the Lakers lead by 7.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Nice off-the-ball movement and action to free him up for a shot. He makes it on a regular basis. Outstanding work.
Now here's Harden. Takes a three. Another miss by Houston.
After having a three buried in his face, he wanted so badly to get back at him. A little payback. He just couldn't get it done.
14 feet away. Again, Russell missing. For Houston, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. Harden outside. Beverly against Russell. Now here's Beverly. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Lakers leading by 7. Silk passes to the Prophet. Here's Hassel. And the shot falls short this time.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
They made that possession super uncomfortable, and as a result, they got the stop they needed.
Capella with the bucket.
Oh, man, Capella absolutely destroys the opposition on the offensive glass, using that gigantic body of his to snag down second chance opportunity.
Here's Silk. Passes it to the Prophet. Tries it from 9. And again, the Lakers no good.
They look to him to bury those kinds of shots, even with the D all over him.
Here's Decker. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The first one falls. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
They set the pick. Over to the left wing. Collins, good. And the Lakers lead by 6.
Oh, simple screen, but there was a defensive mix-up that left the man wide open.
Harden outside. Shoots from the high post. Riza. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists in the game.
Oh, you like how Harden spots up his teammates perfectly. I mean, he just knows how to get them the ball in the right places.
Here's Hassel. Rockets with the rebound. They are right on the brink of taking the lead.
This is an absolutely critical juncture in this game.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Houston making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. Los Angeles leading by 3. The pass to the Prophet. Down low. Collins, good. Collins has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Beverly dishes to Harden. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Oh, I love how Harden pulls once he gets the ball. If you play off him just a little bit, it'll cost you.
Here's Silk. They set the pick. Screened by Russell. To the wing on the left. Here's Collins. Off the left rim and out.
Just superb defense there. You can tell they definitely affected the release of that shot.
Harden kicks to Beverly. Harden sets the pick for Beverly. Back to Harden. to tie it up. And it's Russell with the rebound. The Lakers have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Hassel. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
It's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now here's Beverly. He dishes it to Harden. Lets it go with a 3. And another 3 for Houston.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Outside Russell to the inside. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
Now look, playing with high energy inside, that always leads to a high percentage look.
Harden outside. And Harden with the stuff.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
Silk passes to Russell, and there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Collins. Good D by Ariza.
That's the kind of shot you want him to take every time. He just happened to miss that time.
Dishes it to Beverly. He feeds it to Harden. Four on the clock. And it's good. Walk through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
His team is up, and he still is having a phenomenal quarter from the field. Look out.
Ingram, he's checked in for Collins. Free throw good, James Harden. And a record-setting year for Harden in 2016, but Chris, not the kind he wanted. He would end up setting the NBA record for most turnovers in a single season with 374. Wow.
That's terrible, but as bad as 374 sounds, it isn't too terrible when you look at the context of what Harden's responsibilities were on that offense. Often he would act as the lone playmaker and be prone to forcing plays. Nevertheless, taking care of the ball is something that he knows he has to work on.
That shot, no good. And the Lakers take it the other way. Here's Silk. Back to Russell. To the inside, Cobb. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Anderson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It goes on Brandon Ingram. First free throw is good.
And, he may finally be rounding into form after what's been a tough game for him at the line prior to this trip.
He's off on the second.
And he gives them the lead. Successful trip, despite the 1 miss.
Outside, Russell. Pass to Hassel. Here's Silk. And he jams it with authority. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Harden kicks to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Oh, Capella is just fantastic at dunking at home, leaving no mistake on these kinds of chances near the hoop.
There's a screen. The feed to Ingram. Shot off the screen. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Ingram's got 11 points here in just the second half. Harden with it. He kicks it to Anderson. The rebound by the Lakers. Ingram's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
The Rockets have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Ariza kicks to Anderson. In the corner, Harden. There's the dish to Capella. Anderson, a screen on Russell. Stripped away. Here's Silk, guarded by Harden. Here's Cobb. The Rockets pull it in. Anderson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Harden kicks to Beverly. Back to Harden from 20 feet out. Rebounded by Hassel. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. A crucial possession with time ticking down.
Yeah, an opportunity to take the lead on this possession.
Anderson the screen. Here's Ariza. Off target with his 3.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And the shot is good. 10 points for Silk.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Now, that's a gutsy take on his part to make that happen. Many would not have tried that over the large defender.
Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just 1 on the basket from Harden.
Oh, man, there's no denying that Harden nails these shots all the time. Love how he just takes over these possessions.
They set the pick. Here's Ingram. Off target from outside.
I'm sure the D has no issue whatsoever with him taking those threes, but he isn't hitting anything from out there.
To the middle. Here's Capella. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. A profit, and so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And that one misses. Capella with the bucket. And now a 3-point Houston lead.
And Capella is very efficient down deep, using his muscle to get off the shots he wants inside.
Now here's Ingram. Ariza covering. Here's Redding. And a miss there on the triple. Houston's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Capella. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 4. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. If we're going to make a move, it's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, well, then go take it. Kevin?
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot to stop the run. Count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
And that's what the fans came to see, baby. Tremendous shot in the clutch.
Now here's Harden. And Anderson has it in the corner. Here's Capella. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
I mean, and Capella really using his massive shoulders to draw contact, not afraid to go right up into the grill of the defender.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line. It's a 4-point ball game.
That's a great effort at the line, making it a 2-possession game.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They trail by 4. 29 seconds left in the game. Seconds left to play here in the fourth. Russell passes to Hassan. And stolen by Ariza. And that's an intentional foul. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
And during Ariza's career, he has established himself as an effective role player and fantastic outside shooter and a tenacious defender.
And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. And the Lakers call time here. They're trailing by 5. 23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And a quick bucket and a foul is really the only option at this point.
You're right, Greg, and just as important, they need to talk about who they want to foul. Plenty of things to consider here.
They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they've put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And Harden was the runner-up for the MVP award in 2015, a dynamite player, and continues to excel in all aspects of the game.
And he hits both free throws here, so now it's a 4-point ball game. Pass to Hassan to the left side wing. Russell from long range. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
At the line for your Rockets, Patrick Beverly. At the line for 2.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, in overtime, Beverly has established himself as just a defensive specialist, juggernaut, an absolute pest who plays his tail off on both ends of the floor.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Ooh, a cutthroat effort at the line. That should put this one out of reach.